Hey guys, so I'm Chris Martin here today with Coach Luke Reynolds, and we are going to discuss the first step in your warm-up, which we like to call pillar preparation. The pillar being the shoulders and the ability to communicate through the torso into the hips, down to the floor, and all the way back up as one cohesive unit, and keeping that healthy through your warm-up and being able to prepare yourself for what you're going to do in the gym during your training session. So one of the first steps is called soft tissue, and we're going to show you some trigger point with a lacrosse ball to start. So we're going to have Luke set up on the floor, and we're going to get into the VMO to start, which is the inner part of the quad here. And what you do is you want to start and find the spot where you're going to get the most feedback. Once you find that, you're going to let the muscle kind of melt around the lacrosse ball like butter melting into a pan. And you want to hold that for about 30 seconds. Once you get about 30 seconds, then you want to do is you want to make small circles, about 4 to 5 in each direction. And obviously you want to do that on both legs. Then from there, we're going to hit the general quad. So what I'm going to have Luke do is have his head face that way. And what you want to do is you're going to start with the lacrosse ball. Alright, so right around the top of the knee. And then the same idea like we did on the VMO, you want that muscle to kind of really melt around the lacrosse ball like butter in a pan. 20-30 second hold. And then what I'm going to have Luke do now is once you get that going, I'm going to have him flex the knee. And I'm going to have him come up in a controlled fashion, like a 2 seconds up and a 2 seconds down. He's going to do that for about 4 or 5 reps. And then once he gets 4 or 5 reps, then you really want to aim for the belly of the quad. So mid-quad, once you find that, same thing. Gonna hold for 20-30 seconds, let that muscle really come around the lacrosse ball. And then again, 4 to 5 flexions of the knee in a controlled fashion, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. And then again, once he gets done, he's gonna start kind of right where the hip flexor and the quad kind of meet right here below the hip. Same idea. Alright guys, so the next foundational move in the trigger point soft tissue would be working on the arches of the feet. So you want to start basically on the fascia midfoot. And what you want to do is just kind of roll the ball around from heel into the ball of the foot, work circles or however you want to do it there. Not really any specific pattern that you want to do. And you want to do that for about 20 to 30 seconds on each foot. Now remember guys, on any of these moves, you want to apply as much pressure as that you can actually bear. You don't have to bear down if it's extremely painful. Work into that, letting more weight come down on the cross ball at a time. And then from there, once you get your calves done, then we are gonna go into the glutes. So I'm gonna have the glutes set up. So what you want to do is you want to place the lacrosse ball right around the glute B, kind of where the top of his shorts are going to start. Once he gets that in place, I'm going to ask him to cross this knee or that leg over that knee. And then again here, as much weight as you can bear, you're going to let that muscle, like we've been doing, let the muscle kind of relax around the lacrosse ball, like butter melting into a pan. Once you get about 20 to 30 seconds there, then again, you're going to roll small circles, 4 to 5 in each direction. And obviously you want to do that on each side. Alright guys, so the next foundational movement in trigger point and soft tissue is going to be working the pec. What you'll need now is a yoga block with the lacrosse ball. So the way you set that up, I'm going to have Luke, he's going to show you where we're actually going to put that lacrosse ball. You want it between the shoulder and the sternum, right off of your collarbone here. So you're going to set that up on the lacrosse ball. Notice how he has this hand here. That's going to help him determine how much pressure he wants to put into that lacrosse ball. If you want all that weight in there, you can actually just remove the hand. And then from there, like we've been doing, you want to let that muscle relax around the lacrosse ball, let it melt. 20, 30 seconds. And then what I'm going to have Luke do is I'm going to have him, like fingertips gliding over water. I'm actually going to have him just glide up and then back down, kind of like you're doing a pull down. And what you're looking for here is shooting for about 10 to 15 movements. You can even come down, swim out, and then back up. So light fingertips like on water. And obviously you want to do both sides. And then from there, we're going to transfer over and we're gonna hit the calves. So again, you're gonna need the yoga block here. I'm gonna set this up, and when you set this up, we wanna almost break down the lower leg in halves. So working from the ankle to mid-shin, and then from mid-shin to the knee. So we're gonna start here, about halfway between that ankle and mid-shin. So we're gonna work more here towards the Achilles, low calf here. And again, you're gonna relax the foot. We're gonna let that muscle relax about 20 to 30 seconds. You're gonna have two options on this one here. So you can flex the foot, dorsiflex, about 4 to 5 reps, again in a controlled fashion. 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. So we can really get into it by making some ankle circles, 4 to 5 in each direction. And then from there, now we're gonna work that second half. Working in the median part of the calf towards the gastroc. Again, you're gonna let that melt, relax the foot. And again, your two options would be flex the foot up and down in a controlled fashion, or doing your ankle circles 4 or 5 in each. And those are the foundational movements for trigger point, the first step in your warm-up called pillar prep. Thanks, guys.